Okay, today we're going to talk with Heidi. We finished her kitchen a few months back, and this is the first chance we've had to get together, and also 4 bathrooms at almost the same time. So tell us a little bit about your project. How long did it take you to think? How many years did you think about it before you actually pulled the trigger and started the process?
We've been in this home about 24 years.
Okay.
And so as the years passed, we just knew it was getting to be time, and now our youngest is gonna be off to college soon, and we know that this isn't gonna be our retirement home. So it was time to start doing the changes, but the changes that we were hoping to enjoy a little bit before we sold the house.
That's one of the things a lot of people do. They wait until they're ready to sell it, and then they fix up the house just for new buyers, rather than doing it soon enough where you can enjoy it for a few years before you sell it. Yeah, I see that a lot. And people get so mad. I wish I had it done it a little sooner. So that happens. So that's a good idea. So part
and
of it
won't be hectic when we sell it either.
Exactly.
Because these things will be done and we can concentrate on the other things.
And the kitchens and bathrooms are other than location of the house, things like that, the kitchen and bath is the cornerstone of the house, and that really has a lot to do with the value and the saleability of it. As far as people walking through the house and saying, well, I love this or I don't love that. So that's a smart move on that.
Well, one of the things that was great for us with detail and design was there were some things we saw and considered, but then Robert, you came and said, I know homes, I know what sells them, and I put my money here, but you also said, I would not do this and this. And we really did appreciate your honesty and candor in that, because that helped us budget for some other things.
Yeah, and that's smart, And of course on this one you actually had a decorator, which was interesting because I didn't know she actually is a decorator for Disney.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed with that, but what was it like working with a decorator?
Well, because I absolutely had no confidence in my decorating skills, and I wanted to make sure that we would make wise decisions to sell the home. Laura, who's a good friend of mine, fortunately is an architectural design degree and art director for Disney, and all the confidence in the world.
Yeah.
She helped us. She presented with us choices that we made, but all the choices were going to be things that were going to work, and then got to work with you guys to make sure that they were things that we could make happen in our budget.
Yeah, so a lot of times we were working with individuals that really don't have a decorator. We're trying to help them, give them advice and things like that, but this was a pretty large scope. It was a full kitchen remodel, and not the master bath, but it was 4 other bathrooms in the house, so that was quite a bit. So having the decorator come in, choose tile patterns and colors and things like that is a big relief to us too on a large project. So that worked out really well. Of course, Laura did a great job.
Thank you.
For sure.
It would have been overwhelming. It would have been overwhelming for me to make all those choices and make sure it coordinated with everything else.
Yeah, and that's the key with a decorator. They have a way of making all the rooms flow together. That if you don't just want space, it's a little different, but they definitely have a knack for doing that and insight, which works really well. As far as advice for somebody else thinking about doing a kitchen or a bath project like that, is there any advice you give them up front about having gone through it that you might tell?
It was so nice for me working with you, because I trusted that you had our best interests at heart, and there were things you could offer with the way we did the project that I think absolutely came out beautifully, but that you gave us options where you saved us a lot of money and choices, as far as completely taking out the cabinets or refacing the cabinets, and just those things we trusted you. And it was also wonderful having, because it was such a large project, we had men in our home day in, day out for a couple months, and it was a lot, but to never be concerned about having to run out or be here or someone be here. We completely trusted every person on your staff, and that was never a
There's a couple different ways of doing this. I might have shared this with you before. The new home type management philosophy is basically where you have one guy manages 10 houses, all he does is just schedule subs all the time. The other one is with the lead carpenter concept, which is what we do. You have actually a working carpenter on the job that's really the lead over that job. And what that does, it allows the homeowner to have a point person there all the time. If we have subs come in, we're coordinating. They don't show up at your door and say, hey, I'm the plumbing sub, what do I do? And you're trying to figure out what to tell them. That happens. So I've just learned through the years that doesn't work well in remodeling. We want ideally the same guys to be there every day, so you know them, you have the communication with them, they're telling you what's going to happen. If you got a question, you can ask them, but it gives you the comfortability of knowing that you can trust who's in the house and you know that there's going to be continuity there instead of somebody different being there all the time and people that showing up that literally don't know what to do, and you as a homeowner have to manage the job, and that's not, you don't want to do that because that's not what you signed up for, you know. So,
and I wouldn't know the first thing to
yeah,
tell
and that's what
them,
happens. And so the first thing they call the office, and then it's just, that's just, I've got some friends that run their business like that. It's cheaper for them, but to me it's a bad experience for the client. So I prefer not to do that. We have almost all our guys are guys that work for us, and it just works out better and it's much more effective, I think, and efficient on doing everything.
Well, we run a first name basis with them,
Yeah.
and I tell you, I'd love to know what happens with Tommy and his little girl, you know, and Emma, and so I did. I always felt comfortable having it in my home.
And we have a lot of great guys for sure. Now, as far as some of the things we did in the kitchen, are there some things that were more popular to you?
Yeah, I'm
that
glad you
loved?
pointed that out because you suggested things that I wouldn't have even known to ask for, and that I love, and I'm so glad. Like the under cabinet lighting, love it. It's beautiful, and I would have never thought to ask for that. The disposal that's touch, I would have never thought to ask for that. And the lighting, the electrical strips, I can't tell you how many times we've used them, and we thought, oh my gosh, what would we have not, if we hadn't had those
And
there?
the little USB ports.
Yes. And
We're
so,
doing that more and more often. What we're talking about is underneath the overhangs, we've got electrical strips. The problem with a big island is you don't have anywhere to plug in to use it if you're wanting to plug something in. Obviously on the outside perimeter you do. So a lot of times we have to put them on the ends of the cabinets, and now we've got several outlets plus also the USB port for charging your devices, because everybody has so many devices now. So we're doing that more and more, and this obviously that was something we suggested here that worked out really well.
perfect, yes. And I was so thankful in the end because you do it all day, and I wouldn't have even known that was there.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Well, very good. Well, we appreciate the opportunity to serve you.
Well, look how pretty our home is.
Yeah,
we
it's
just,
beautiful.
we love it. We're so happy, and now I don't ever want to sell it, but.
Well, that's the problem. Once you fix it up, I think you don't want to. But that's not a bad thing. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.